Have you ever wondered why some people seem unstoppable? Why they achieve their goals, grow stronger through challenges, and stay focused even when life gets messy? It's not magic, it's not luck, it's habits. Today I'll show you how to unlock your full potential by building habits that will transform the way you work, live, and achieve. You're here because you want to do more than just survive, you want to thrive. And that's what high performance habits are all about. By the end of this talk, you'll walk away with actionable strategies that will put you in the driver's seat of your life. So stay with me because what you're about to learn can change everything. Would you like me to continue with the full speech? Habits are the invisible architecture of our lives. They shape our decisions, actions, and ultimately our destiny. Yet many people underestimate their power. They focus on big goals or major milestones without realizing that the path to achieving them lies in the small, seemingly insignificant choices they make every single day. Habits are not just routines, they are the building blocks of greatness. They determine whether you wake up with purpose or drift aimlessly, whether you thrive under pressure or crumble, and whether you lead a life of fulfillment or one of regret. Consider this: every action you take, no matter how small, is a vote for the type of person you want to become. If you repeatedly choose discipline over distraction, focus over chaos, and growth over stagnation, you are casting votes for a high-performing, successful version of yourself. Conversely, if you let procrastination, laziness, or fear dictate your actions, you're reinforcing habits that hold you back. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. The question is, which habits are you reinforcing each day? Habits work like compound interest. Small, positive actions repeated over time yield exponential results. Think of an athlete who trains daily, not because every session is monumental, but because the cumulative effort leads to mastery. Or a writer who dedicates just an hour a day to their craft, eventually producing a novel. The same principle applies to every aspect of life. Habits allow ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results by focusing on what they can control: small, consistent efforts. But let's be honest, building high-performance habits isn't always easy. We live in a world full of distractions, quick fixes, and instant gratification. It's tempting to prioritize short-term comfort over long-term success. This is where awareness and intentionality come in. High-performing individuals are not inherently better or more talented. They've mastered the art of aligning their daily behaviors with their bigger goals. They recognize that their habits either serve as a foundation for their dreams or as obstacles standing in the way. High-performance habits are about more than productivity. They're about designing a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. They empower you to show up as your best self, not just at work, but in relationships, health, and personal growth. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter and living with purpose. The right habits can fuel your energy, sharpen your focus, and ignite your drive, enabling you to achieve goals you once thought were out of reach. Ultimately, the power of habits lies in their ability to create momentum. Once you establish even a single positive habit, it becomes a catalyst for change in other areas of your life. The discipline you build in one domain spills over into others, creating a ripple effect. Imagine starting your day with a focused morning routine. It sets the tone for a productive day. Or committing to a daily gratitude practice. It shifts your mindset to positivity, enhancing your interactions and decisions throughout the day. The good news is that habits are not fixed, they are malleable. With effort and intention, you can break free from unproductive patterns and replace them with empowering ones. It all begins with a choice to take control of your behaviors and design your life one habit at a time. Why does high performance matter? It's not just about success in the conventional sense, it's about living fully with purpose and intention. High performance means excelling in the areas of life that truly matter to you, whether that's your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. It's about achieving your goals while maintaining your well-being, enjoying the process, and feeling deeply fulfilled. High performance is not a destination, it's a way of being, a standard you set for yourself every day. Think about what happens when we don't prioritize high performance. Life becomes a series of tasks, obligations, and reactions. Days blur together and weeks pass by without a sense of meaningful progress. We might feel busy, but busyness isn't the same as productivity or purpose. Without high-performance habits, it's easy to get stuck in survival mode, doing just enough to get by, but never truly thriving. Over time, this leads to frustration, burnout, and a gnawing sense that we're not living up to our potential. High performance matters because it allows you to take control of your life instead of letting circumstances control you. It empowers you to focus on what's truly important and to pursue your goals with clarity and confidence. When you operate at a high level, you're not just checking boxes, you're creating a life that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. It's the difference between merely existing and truly living. In a world full of distractions, the ability to perform at a high level is a superpower. It sets you apart and gives you a competitive edge. But high performance isn't just about excelling at work or achieving external success. It's about showing up as your best self in every area of life. It's about being the kind of person who inspires others, who radiates energy and positivity, and who tackles challenges with resilience and grace. High performance creates a ripple effect, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. One of the most powerful aspects of high performance is how it unlocks new opportunities. When you consistently operate at a high level, people take notice. You become known as someone who delivers results, someone who can be counted on, someone who is always striving for excellence. This reputation opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. It creates momentum, allowing you to achieve more with less effort over time. But high performance isn't just about doing more, it's about doing the right things. It's about prioritizing your energy and attention on what truly matters. It's about saying no to distractions, unnecessary commitments, and anything that doesn't serve your goals. High performers understand that their time and energy are finite, so they use them wisely. They know that by focusing on the essentials, they can achieve extraordinary results without sacrificing their health or happiness. Ultimately, high performance matters because it's the key to living a life without regrets. It's about knowing that you've given your best, that you've pursued your dreams with passion and determination, and that you've made a meaningful impact. It's about waking up each day with a sense of purpose and going to bed each night with a sense of accomplishment. High performance isn't just a choice, it's a commitment to living fully and making the most of the precious time we have. The cost of low performance habits is often invisible at first, but over time it becomes glaringly obvious. These habits may seem harmless in the moment, a few extra minutes of scrolling on your phone, procrastinating on an important task, or choosing comfort over challenge, but their cumulative impact can derail your progress and keep you from achieving your potential. Low performance habits slowly chip away at your time, energy, and opportunities, creating a gap between the life you're living and the life you could be living. When you allow low performance habits to take root, they act like a silent thief, stealing not just your productivity, but your sense of purpose. Think about the hours lost to distractions or the energy drained by worrying about unfinished work. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they're missed chances to move closer to your goals. They create a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction where you're constantly playing catch up instead of leading with intention. One of the biggest dangers of low performance habits is how they normalize mediocrity. When you consistently settle for less than your best, it becomes easier to rationalize underachievement. You might tell yourself that skipping a workout or delaying a project isn't a big deal, but over time, these small compromises add up. They shape your identity and set the standard for what you believe you're capable of. Before long, you find yourself stuck in a pattern of playing small, afraid to aim higher because you've trained yourself to expect less. Low performance habits also erode confidence. When you don't follow through on your commitments, or when you repeatedly choose short-term gratification over long-term growth, you start to doubt your ability to achieve meaningful results. This self-doubt can spiral into a negative feedback loop, making it even harder to break free from the cycle. You begin to feel overwhelmed and unmotivated, trapped by habits that no longer serve you but feel impossible to change. The cost isn't just personal, it's relational and professional too. Low performance habits can strain relationships by making you less present, less reliable, and less engaged. They can hinder your career by holding you back from reaching your potential and showcasing your talents. Missed deadlines, half-hearted efforts, or a lack of focus can damage your reputation, closing doors to opportunities that might have propelled you forward. Perhaps the most devastating cost of low performance habits is the opportunity lost to grow into the person you're meant to be. Every day that you let these habits control you is a day that could have been spent building the life you dream of. It's a day you'll never get back. Over time, these lost days turn into lost years, and the regret of what could have been becomes heavier. But recognizing the cost of low performance habits is the first step toward change. Awareness brings choice. When you acknowledge how these habits are holding you back, you empower yourself to take action. The key is to break the cycle and replace these habits with ones that align with your goals and values. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, choosing moment by moment to invest in habits that elevate your life rather than diminish it. High-performance habits are built on three core pillars: focus, discipline, and consistency. These are the foundational elements that separate those who reach their highest potential from those who merely go through the motions. Each of these pillars serves as a guidepost, directing your efforts and ensuring that the actions you take are aligned with your bigger goals. When mastered, they create a framework that helps you stay on track, overcome obstacles, and achieve results that others might only dream of. Focus is the starting point. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to direct your attention to what matters most is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. High performers know that focus is a limited resource. They understand that their energy and attention are finite, so they choose where to direct them wisely. Whether it's at work, in a conversation, or while pursuing a personal passion, high performers are intentional about where they place their focus. They don't allow the constant stream of distractions, social media, emails, or even well-meaning interruptions to take them off course. Instead, they focus deeply on one task at a time, prioritizing the work that will bring them closer to their goals. This kind of focus requires practice and patience, but the results are unmistakable: increased productivity, sharper decision-making, and a sense of accomplishment that fuels even greater success. Discipline is the second pillar, and it's the glue that holds everything together. Focus without discipline is like a ship without a rudder. Discipline is what allows you to follow through on the promises you make to yourself, even when it's difficult. It's the ability to stick with a plan, to push through resistance, and to do what needs to be done whether or not you feel like it. High performers don't rely on motivation alone. They've cultivated the discipline to take action, regardless of how they're feeling in the moment. It's the discipline to wake up early and start your day with purpose, to stay committed to your fitness routine, or to stay focused on a project even when it becomes tedious. The key to discipline is consistency. It's about making the right choices day after day, no matter how small, that accumulate to produce massive results over time. The more you exercise discipline, the stronger it becomes until it becomes second nature. The third pillar is consistency. High performers don't just do the right things occasionally, they do the right things consistently. They understand that small, everyday actions compound over time to create extraordinary results. Whether it's consistently hitting your sales targets, maintaining a daily workout routine, or continually improving a skill, consistency ensures that you make steady progress toward your goals. It's not about big, dramatic efforts. It's about showing up every day, no matter what, and giving your best. This consistency builds momentum, making it easier to continue and even accelerating your progress as time goes on. It's easy to get discouraged when results aren't immediate, but high performers know that consistency is the secret to long-term success. They trust the process, knowing that if they stay committed, they will eventually see the fruits of their labor. These three pillars, focus, discipline, and consistency, work together to create a high-performance mindset. They help you eliminate distractions, make better decisions, and stay on track when obstacles arise. By building these pillars into your daily routine, you lay the groundwork for lasting success. Whether you're aiming to achieve professional milestones or personal goals, these habits will set you up to not only meet your targets, but exceed them. The beauty of high-performance habits is that they don't require perfection, they require persistence. It's the daily commitment to focus, discipline, and consistency that turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary outcomes. The science of habit formation is essential to understanding why certain behaviors stick and others don't. Habits, whether good or bad, are formed through a process that involves repetition and reinforcement. They are not just the result of willpower or motivation, they are deeply rooted in the brain's neural pathways. When you repeat an action consistently, your brain begins to recognize it as a pattern, and over time, this pattern becomes automatic. The more you engage in a particular behavior, the more ingrained it becomes, and the easier it is to perform it without conscious effort. At the core of habit formation is something called the habit loop, which consists of three parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger that prompts the habit. This could be a time of day, a specific emotional state, or an environmental factor. The routine is the behavior you engage in when the cue appears. And the reward is the positive feeling or outcome that reinforces the behavior, making it more likely to happen again in the future. For example, if you wake up in the morning, the cue, and go for a run, the routine, the reward might be the sense of accomplishment or the physical benefit you feel afterward. The more consistently you follow this loop, the stronger the habit becomes. The key to breaking bad habits and building new ones lies in understanding how to manipulate this loop. To break a bad habit, you need to identify the cue and replace the routine with a healthier, more productive behavior. For example, if you habitually reach for your phone first thing in the morning, the cue, and waste time on social media, the routine, you could replace that routine with a more intentional habit, like journaling or stretching. By pairing a new positive routine with the existing cue, you can train your brain to associate the cue with a different behavior and over time, eliminate the old habit. One of the most powerful aspects of the science of habit formation is the role of rewards in reinforcing behavior. Rewards are the fuel that keeps habits alive, and they don't always have to be tangible. The satisfaction of completing a task, the joy of hitting a milestone, or the sense of progress can all serve as powerful rewards that keep you coming back to the habit. High performers understand this principle well, which is why they create systems that provide regular rewards for progress. These rewards help to maintain motivation and build momentum, which makes it easier to stay committed to the process over time. Another critical aspect of habit formation is the concept of keystone habits. These are habits that, when established, have a ripple effect on other areas of your life. For example, committing to regular exercise might not just improve your physical health, it can also boost your energy levels, improve your mood, and increase your productivity in other areas. High performers often focus on establishing keystone habits because they know that these can lead to dramatic improvements across multiple domains of their life. By starting with one small manageable habit, you can create a cascade of positive changes that impact everything from your work to your relationships. However, habit formation is not always linear. There will be setbacks and progress may not always be immediate. The key to long-term success is persistence. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Even if you slip up, the important thing is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Every effort you make to reinforce your habits adds to your growth. Over time, the brain strengthens the neural connections associated with your habits, and they become more ingrained in your daily life. Eventually, the behaviors that once required effort and discipline will become second nature. Understanding the science of habit formation empowers you to take control of your behaviors. By leveraging the power of the habit loop, rewards, and keystone habits, you can rewire your brain and create lasting positive change. This knowledge gives you the tools to break free from old, unproductive patterns and replace them with new habits that serve your highest goals. The journey to high performance begins with the recognition that your habits, good or bad, shape your destiny. The final step in building high performance habits is taking actionable steps that drive transformation. Knowing that habits are powerful forces that shape your life is one thing, but actually implementing and maintaining them is where the real work happens. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and it's not about making one grand gesture, it's about making consistent, small changes every day that compound over time. The path to lasting change is built upon intentional actions and small wins that build momentum. The first step is to make a clear, focused decision about the habits you want to cultivate. It's essential to identify the specific habits that align with your personal values, goals, and vision for your future. High performers are crystal clear about what they want to achieve and why. They don't just focus on the outcome, they focus on the process, the daily actions and behaviors that will get them there. This clarity is crucial because it helps you maintain motivation even when things get tough. When you know exactly why you're pursuing a goal, it's easier to stay focused and committed to the habits that will drive progress. Next, break down your goals into actionable, manageable steps. High performers understand the importance of taking small, incremental actions that are easy to integrate into their daily routine. Instead of overwhelming yourself with massive tasks, focus on one small action at a time. This makes it easier to start and keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. For example, if your goal is to get fit, don't commit to running 5 miles every day from the start. Instead, begin with a 10-minute walk or a short workout. This step-by-step approach reduces resistance and creates early wins that boost your confidence and motivation. Another critical aspect of building high-performance habits is tracking your progress. It's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results, but the truth is that habits take time to form and bear fruit. By tracking your progress, you create a visible record of your efforts, which reinforces your commitment and helps you stay motivated. Tracking can be as simple as writing down your goals or using a habit tracking app to monitor daily actions. Seeing your progress, even in small increments, builds confidence and serves as a reminder that you're moving in the right direction. Accountability also plays a key role in habit transformation. When you share your goals with someone else or join a community of like-minded individuals, you increase your chances of success. Accountability partners or support groups can provide encouragement, share strategies, and offer constructive feedback. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success keeps you accountable and prevents you from slacking off when motivation wanes. High performers often surround themselves with a network that helps them stay on track and challenges them to keep improving. Equally important is the ability to embrace setbacks without giving up. Transformation is not a linear journey. There will be times when you fall short, make mistakes, or encounter obstacles. It's easy to let these setbacks derail your progress, but high performers understand that failure is a natural part of growth. Instead of viewing setbacks as reasons to quit, they see them as opportunities to learn and improve. The key is to get back on track quickly with a mindset that setbacks are temporary and part of the process. Each mistake or detour is a lesson that gets you closer to mastering the habit and achieving your ultimate goal. Finally, celebrate your wins no matter how small. Recognizing and celebrating progress is vital because it reinforces the positive behavior and strengthens your commitment. High performers take time to acknowledge their achievements, which boosts motivation and creates a positive feedback loop. Celebrating success also helps to maintain enthusiasm for the journey, making it more enjoyable and less of a chore. By taking these actionable steps, getting clear on your goals, breaking them down into manageable tasks, tracking progress, staying accountable, learning from setbacks, and celebrating wins, you build the foundation for lasting transformation. High-performance habits are not about perfection, but persistence and consistency. Each day is an opportunity to reinforce the habits that will help you grow into the best version of yourself. The path to transformation may be long, but with the right mindset and actions, the results will be extraordinary.